Game between the New York Giants and the Phoenix Cardinals. The Phoenicians were hoping for the same blistering heat that wilted the 49ers last week. Instead, it's a relatively cool desert day. High expected to be only near 80. The Giants are riding a 4-game win streak, 7-3 record, top of the NFC East. The Cards at 6-4, tied with Washington, but right now, Washington losing badly to the Bears. And hello again, everybody. I'm Tim Brant. The Giants have beaten the Cards 5 of the last 6 times they've played, but the fans have accused the Giants of winning ugly. Nonetheless, they've been winning. So the pressure's on the Cards today, trailing the Giants by a full game. And there's a playoff-type atmosphere here this afternoon. Working with me again today, the coach, Hank Stram. And Hank, what can we expect out of the Cards?
Well, I think the Cardinals come into the game with a hope and expectation that they can exercise the balance that they've enjoyed all year long. They've run the ball for 142 yards a game. I think they're going to come off the bus trying to run the ball initially, but I think in a final analysis, they're going to have to throw the ball to win this game.
I think a lot of people out there are wondering how good are the Giants and what can we expect out of them?
I think the Giants are a lot better than people give them credit for being, and especially their offensive line. I think security is going to be very important today, but I think from a running standpoint, they have to do a better job of running the football than they have. But I think today they're going to start the game, I think, with the idea of throwing the ball first and then gradually working to the running game.
All right, Hank, the last time these two teams met, it was historical. It was the final game at Busch Stadium, and the Cards won that last December, 27-24. The Giants have won the toss, and that means Al Del Greco will be kicking off for Phoenix, returning for New York, Neil Guggemos and Kenny Hill. We're underway. And this is Hill, a yard deep, can't find the handle, and he'll down it there. And he was awfully casual about it. So Phil Simms, who completed just 1 pass in the second half last week against Dallas, will need to generate 2 solid halves this afternoon. The defense he'll be facing, a standard 4-3, led by Freddie Joe Nunn up front. Nunn has 11 sacks. Sadler moves to tackle. Galloway's back. The linebackers, 2 number 1s. Bell and E.J. Jr. in the secondary. It's been revamped since the Leonard Smith trade. Lonnie Young, the safety. Cedric Mack starts at right corner. Simms on first down to throw. Has plenty of time. Throws underneath the linebackers. And it's complete to the 24-yard line to George Adams. Offensively for the Giants, Phil Simms, who's completing 56% of his passes. Morris and Carthon are the backs. Still see Otis Anderson this afternoon. Manuel, who had 5 catches last week, and Baker are the wideouts, and 2-time Pro Bowler. Bavaro, the tight end. Ard is banged up. He has a sore knee. We'll watch that. The offensive line has yielded 39 sacks. Second down and 5. Carthon, big hole, first down, New York. The tackle was made by Lonnie Young, the 4-year pro out of Michigan State. First and 10 for 33. So the Giants start with a completion and a quick pop up the middle. Adams and Carthon stay in the ball game. It'll be first down. The ball at the 33-yard line. Baker and Manuel are the wideouts. Bavaro in motion, play action. Simms again with plenty of time, throws underneath, and it's complete to Carthon.
That play action passed that time. The second time they've thrown a play action on 1st and 10. Really fooled Glaspie, the defensive left tackle, number 79. He came down, took a whiff of the fake, and as a result, Simms had plenty of time to throw the football.
Twice they've gone to Carthon now early in the ball game. Last week, Carthon had only 2 carries, 6 yards, no catches. He now has 10 catches on the year. Second down and 3. Same formation. Adams and Carthon are the setbacks. Going deep to the tight end, Bavaro, incomplete. Broken up nicely by Lonnie Young, the free safety.
You got to worry about Bavaro. He hurt the Cardinals in the past. They're concerned about him. Here's Young trying to pick him up. He had a step on Young. The ball is thrown right over the top. Usually that's the kind of a ball that he will catch. To me, he should have caught that ball. It was perfectly thrown right on the money.
You're right, Hank. He has had some great days against the Cardinals, but he's been hampered by a foot injury. Third down. Call it a long 3.
I want to tell
Sim
everybody
throws incomplete again. It was intended for Bavaro. Broken up by the strong safety Tim McDonald out of Southern Cal, just a second-year player. Held out most of last year. 6'2", 207, so he's basically
number 60, offense, decline.
like a rookie. It was called on Eric Moore as you look at Bill Parcells in his 6th season as head coach.
And he said an interesting thing yesterday. He said, in his opinion, that the Cardinals are the best offensive team in this division. And I think he's probably right.
4th down means Corey Buford. He'll be punting to J.T. Smith. A wobbly kick off the right side of his foot will hit at the 29 and roll down inside the 20. And Smith will be down by Adrian White. So a 43-yard punt and a 2-yard return. We've got no score with 12:38 remaining first quarter.
43-yard punt.
When we played for Oakland, we did not appreciate losing.
Our motto was, just win, baby.
Yeah, but now we just like to play a quiet game of pool and drink a few cold Miller Lights. Lights brewed from the ground up, so it tastes great.
Not like some watered-down version of a regular beer.
Your turn, Otis.
Hey, you cheated.
So?
So, nice shot.
When it's Miller Lite, less filling, tastes great.
The Mercedes-Benz 560 SL Coupe Roadster. Is it the car you wanted above all others because of its mighty V8 power? Or its blend of quick reflexes and sumptuous comfort? Or its incredible workmanship and finish? Only one thing is certain. You will have the driving experience of your life, finding out.
If you haven't seen what Zenith's been doing lately, see what you've been missing?
The Cardinals are about to have their first offensive possession in the ball game. It's a scoreless game, and Neil Lomax pretty impressive. 73 consecutive passes without an interception. The defense he'll be facing, it's well known. Dorsey, Burt, and Marshall up front. The linebackers, Banks, Johnson, Carson, and Taylor. The secondary has been banged up. It's been suspect with only 4 interceptions this year. But Collins is out with a groin problem, so Sheldon White starts there. Straight ahead, and a big hole. Stump Mitchell across the 30 to the 31-yard line. First down, Phoenix. 12-yard gain. The tackle was made by Kennard.
Tootie Robbins, the right tackle, number 63. Look at the push he gets off the ball. He stays on his feet, even at his knees, and continues to push. And Stump Mitchell is able to pop through there for a nice gain and a first down. But a great block by Tootie Robbins, number 63.
Farrell goes out of the game for the Cards. Ron Wolfley comes in. He joins Stump Mitchell in the backfield. First down at the 31, Phoenix. Straight ahead again. Big hole for Wolfley across midfield into Giant territory. 21-yard run. Tackle was made by Kenny Hill, the strong safety. He had 5 tackles last week.
We really got a good takeoff on the left side of the line. Louis Sharp, number 67. Todd Pete, 64, does a good job. He winds up blocking 2 people. And Derek Kennard also got off the ball in good shape. Those kind of things don't happen by accident. They happen because of good blocking.
First down to the Giant 49. Farrell comes back in. Green in motion. Lomax to throw. double pumps, throws complete to the 37-yard line to his tight end, Robert Awalt. Awalt was held without a catch last week. That's the first time that happened this year, only the second time in his career. So he makes a catch early here. Phoenix offensively led by Neil Lomax. We told you he hadn't thrown an interception in 74 passes now. Mitchell and Farrell the setbacks. J.T. Smith, Roy Green combined for 12 catches last week, and Awalt is the tight end. Up front, Louis Sharp anchors a group called the Wide Bodies. But the Cards' offensive line has allowed 22 sacks in the last 4 games. Right side, not much there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage goes Stump Mitchell.
Here's a look at what we think they have to do to win this game. Talking about the Cardinals, number one, they have to go on at least 10 to 12 quick counts during the course of the game. They just went on a quick count the last play. Number two, they have to force 2 or more turnovers during the course of this contest. And number three, they have to throw over 15 times on 1st and 10 and complete about 65% of those passes.
Lomax on 2nd and 9 with plenty of time. Now is pressured backside and throws it away. Well, Hank, I can tell you this. It's an up-tempo game. We're having a tough time getting in all the lineups. Phoenix, 3 plays, 3 first downs before these last 2. Pressure came from Eric Dorsey. A look at Gene Stallings, the architect behind the rebuilt Cards. Disciple of 2 legends, Paul Bear Bryant and Landry down in Dallas.
And he was very loose yesterday, talking to him about this game on it. Had a good outlook, felt good about his chances of winning the football game. Of course, you realize, they got to play well if they're going to win the game.
The Cardinals flex their tight end, Novacek, so they've got 3 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. 1 at the top, so they're 4 wide out. The Giants counter with 5 defensive backs on 3rd and 9. Lomax to Novacek to the 11-yard line. Hill and Kennard made the tackle. Gain of 26.
Concentration, puts it away and picks up the necessary yardage for the first down. Good pass protection on the play.
Novacek's 29th catch of the year. He's got an NFL best 16-yard per catch average. First down at the 11. Timing pattern to Green. To the 5. To the 3-yard line. Run out of bounds by Perry Williams.
Look at all the room. Perry Williams, you don't think they respect how fast he can run. They don't call him Jetstream for nothing. Comes up to make the play, but Green finally is knocked out of bounds on about the 2-yard line.
I like that, Jetstream. Ron Wolfley comes out of the ball game along with J.T. Smith for the Cardinals. Howard comes in along with George Martin for the Giants as they load up on short yardage. Power formation for the Cards. 2nd and 1 at the 2. Mitchell back to the line of scrimmage, maybe picked up a yard. Maybe got to the 1. He'll be close to the first down marker. Lawrence Taylor made the tackle there.
Earl Farrell got a good block out in front. But in spite of that, he still wasn't able to get in there for the touchdown. Talked to Lawrence Taylor before the game. He said he's very sore and very tender. Didn't know how long he could play. I said, did you play golf yesterday? He said, yes. How'd you play? He said, not very good.
Well, he has that muscle strain. Jammed his shoulder and strained the pectoral muscles. First down and goal for Phoenix.
Good place for a play-action pass. We're in there tough, expecting a run. Good time for some kind of a play-action pass.
Well, instead they have a mess up. Instead, they score. Busted play, touchdown, Lomax.
There's a blown assignment, and he winds up keeping the ball himself. He had enough composure to know where the blocking was up front for the running back, took that course of action and went in for the touch. We saw him working on that play yesterday in practice.
He ran it to perfection. Al Del Greco on for the extra point. guarantee you the Cardinals have the Giants' attention now. 8 minutes, 7 seconds remain in the first period. And it's 7-0 Cardinals.
Oh, give me land, lots of land under sunny skies above. Don't fence me in.
Now UPS delivers to every country in Western Europe, the Pacific Rim, Down Under, and Canada. And because we're so efficient, we can deliver your international parcels and documents for fewer francs, yen, or drachmas than other companies charge.
Don't fence me in.
UPS, we run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
When Kenny was born, Jeff had just started as a nationwide agent. To tell you the truth, I never understood why he liked it so much. Then we had this big storm, and when I saw how Jeff was able to really help families get back on their feet, well, then I understood.
Nationwide is on your side.
Hot weather is pure misery on batteries. Saps the power right out of them. When a battery takes a lot of heat, sooner or later, that battery's going south. And when it does, don't settle for less than a maintenance-free, high-cranking Delco.
Precision AC Delco parts. They don't just fit, they match.
Don't get stranded in the heat. For the AC Delco retailer nearest you, just give me a call at 1-800-AC-DELCO.
Watch the push here now. Todd Pete, the left guard. Louis Sharp, the left tackle. And Farrell hits where he's supposed to run the ball, but again, the quarterback is smart enough to know what the blocking assignments were in that play and ran right into the area where Farrell was supposed to run, and he goes in there for the touchdown. Good thinking on the part of the quarterback, Neil Lomax.
Lomax was 3 for 4 on that drive. This is Kenny Hill at the 2. And he gets back to the 20. He's met by a whole host of Cardinals as they flock around the ball carrier. Tackle was made by Travis Curtis. First possession of the game for the Cards. They look sharp. 81 yards, 9 plays. It only took 4:31. 6 first downs for Phoenix in that drive. And as I said, Lomax was 3 for 4, 46 yards, and he scored on the 1-yard run. First down for the Giants. Joe Morris makes his first appearance of the afternoon. Play action. Sims to throw. Looks across the middle. And it's complete to the 35-yard line. Lionel Manuel makes his first catch of the day. He had 5 last week for 106 yards. Gain of 15.
Another play action pass. That's the third one they've thrown on 1st and 10. Watch Manuel coming down the field. And then he breaks to the inside, and the ball is thrown right exactly where it had to be thrown. And he makes the necessary yardage for the first down.
Ball at the 34 for New York. Play action again. This ball is incomplete. It was intended for Stephen Baker, but it was thrown behind him.
Talking about the game plan for the Giants, number 1, they must rush for 135 yards at least this afternoon. Number 2, they must pass for 250 yards. Number 3, they must keep Mitchell and Farrell under 125 yards between the two of them. Number 4, must prevent Green from making a big play.
Second down and 10. The give on the delay, and Morris is out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Hank, it's interesting on your game plan. Say they got to get 135 yards rushing. Well, in 1985, they averaged 153 yards per game. This year, only 98. That's an average of 3 yards per carry, and that's not very strong.
No, it really isn't. And, you know, that last play, talking about a run, Bart Oakes really made a beautiful block on Nika Noga and got him down on the play. Beautiful hole right up the middle.
First down at the 47. Play action. Again, the quick slant. to the 40-yard line. It's complete to Stephen Baker. So they come right back with the same play they missed just moments ago. Cedric Mack and Nico Noga make the tackle. Gain of 13.
One thing that's very obvious so far, the Giants are doing a good job of controlling line of scrimmage, getting good pass protection. Sims has had plenty of time to throw the ball, although that was a quick three-step drop and got it right in there on a quick slant.
First down at the 40. Morris in motion. Sims again to Carthen. To the 25-yard line. And he bangs his way down to the 24. 16-yard pickup before Anthony Bell can wrestle him down.
A good acting job there on Carthen on the play. He stays in the backfield, look for somebody to block, lets the linebackers get good depth. And once they start to retreat, then he pops right into that area, and Sims hit him right on the button for the big play.
Giants on the move. First down again, play action. This time there's pressure. Bovaro makes the catch and picks up 2 the tough way.
Very unusual play that time, Timmy. They had a double play action fake in the backfield, and then he had to throw the ball all over on the right side, all the way on the right side. It's a tough throw, even though you have good balance. That time he wasn't under control and barely got it out there before he got sacked.
Tough catch, too, by Bovaro. That's his 39th catch of the year. Pretty good numbers thus far for Sims. Second down and 8. The ball is at 22. 5 minutes, 6 seconds remaining first period. Freddie Joe Nunn puts some pressure on Sims, and Sims throws it away. Nunn was coming backside. It was intended for Baker. And Carl Carter was out there in the coverage.
Freddie Joe Nunn, number 78, reminds me so much of our great linebacker at Kansas City, Bobby Bell. Look at, he's going to the outside. He's got such great speed. He goes right around Riesenberg and tries to get him from the backside, but as long as he goes beyond the quarterback, he's in good shape.
It was fun yesterday talking to Phil Sims. He says he can feel when those guys are coming. Or when he's playing against Dexter Manley, he can hear Dexter coming. Dexter breathes like a bull.
He demonstrated it pretty good, too, didn't he? He sure did.
Third down and 8. There they go. Donkey in motion. Sims underneath, incomplete. Again, there was good pressure, and Freddie Joe Nunn put Sims on his back. It was intended for Phil McConkey.
Watch Freddie Joe Nunn on the stunt this time. He starts outside, then goes inside, and Moore tries to pick him up, but didn't get him in time, and he still got to the quarterback and made him throw the ball before he actually wanted to.
You better be careful.
That was close.
That play ended a long time before he pulled Sims down. 39-yard attempt by McFadden. His first field goal attempt of the day. It's long enough, but it's off to the left. No good. They love it in Phoenix. With 4:52 remaining first period. 7-0.
Once again, the automotive world is focusing on Mercedes-Benz because the engineers who created the 190 class and a whole new automotive category have just recreated it.
Give me 2001 second.
Introducing the Mercedes-Benz 190 class, the second generation.
We have the means to unite the country, the world, in seconds.
It's perfect.
Imagine putting that power in everyone's hands.
Japan, Zurich, LA on board?
The network, everything's in place.
Network secure.
Banks should be this secure.
Activate the network.
Introducing MCI Fax, the world's dedicated fax network. Now send documents with the speed, the quality, the power only a dedicated network can provide.
What a beautiful day for a revolution.
With MCI Fax, it's there already.
when he's working, when his work is done. A man wants a jean he can feel comfortable in. American Hero Jeans from Wrangler.
Penn State collides with top-ranked Notre Dame. Then the battle for the Big Eight, Nebraska, Oklahoma. A blockbuster doubleheader next Saturday on CBS Sports.
The Giants drove 58 yards to the Phoenix 22, held the ball almost 4 minutes and got nothing. Anything unusual thus far, Hank?
I think the unusual thing is probably the fact that they've thrown so many play-action passes this early, which I think is very, very good, and they can gradually then work to the run after they try and throw the ball as often as they've thrown so far. Lomax
to throw on first down, does underneath. This is complete to J.T. Smith to the 31-yard line. Tackled by Carson. To the 31-yard line goes Earl Farrell, and Gene Stallings told us this would happen. His key to this ball game was up-tempo. We're going to move. We're going to try to keep things quick. Keep the Giants off balance.
And they went on a quick count again that time. No huddle, just lined up on the ball and called the play.
Stump Mitchell comes out for Phoenix. Novacek comes in. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Cardinals. Three wide receivers. The lone setback is Farrell. Play action, and Green was wide open. Knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line by Perry Williams. But it's a first down for the Cardinals.
Well, that's a good call, and that time Green just slanted out into the flat area. Call it a drag-out pattern. He knew exactly what he had to do to get the first down. Wasn't concerned about anything else. Just get the first down, move the chains, and let's pump it up, and let's start playing again on 1st and 10.
Hank, that's Green's second reception of the day, and that means it's 8 straight seasons now. He's got 40 or more catches. Roy Green, 6 foot, 195-pound speedster, 10-year pro. Well, just about the 36 for Phoenix. Stump Mitchell gets back to the line of scrimmage and really gets tagged.
That play was designed to go outside, and there wasn't anything out there. He decided to cut back inside and cut right back into the trouble in the pursuit of the New York Giants.
Well, the Giants got there first, but Carl Banks really tagged him. 2nd down and 9. Mitchell goes right side. Turns the corner. Mitchell carries to the 43-yard line. Tackled by Hill. Tackled by Kenny Hill.
Another quick count that time, and then we get a good shot of Lawrence Taylor. Watch him from the backside. Look at this pursuit. Look at the angle right down the line of scrimmage. Maintains that good position and gets an arm on him and gets a piece of him from the backside. Great effort on the part of Lawrence Taylor, number 56.
Hank, that Redskin game is now a final. Chicago wins it 34-14. So this game now is between the Giants and the Cardinals at the top of the NFC East. The Redskins drop off the pace. 3rd down and 4 at the 42. 4 wide receivers for Phoenix. Shotgun formation for Lomax. Green to the 40. It's a race. Down to the 10-yard line, there is a flag. Gain of 48 yards, there is a flag.
And there's a great illustration, Timmy, of how important the man in motion is and what problem it can create. See what they call.
Offside, defense, decline. First up.
Green now is in motion. He's anchored on the left side. He goes in motion to the right side. Perry Williams, number 23, has a man for man. Look at this. And he looks right at the line of scrimmage. He tries to get a bump on him and missed the bump. And from there on in, he's chasing him from the backside, and you're not going to catch Roy Green. I'm surprised that anybody got an angle on him and finally knocked him out of bounds.
Well, Adrian White, coming from his strong safety spot, had a pretty good pursuit angle. And that's a major advantage, but Green can fly. You called him jet stream. That was more like a flash flood.
You know, and the other thing about the man in motion, normally if you line up, head up, the defensive back lines up on the receiver, he knows exactly what the technique is going to be, but when you go in motion, he loses that technique completely.
Lomax now 6 for 7. First down and goal at the 9. Mitchell right side to the 6. Boy, he's bent over backwards.
Tackled by Banks.
Tackled by Johnson, Banks, and Taylor. Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. And it is a gorgeous day for football. Temperature in the upper 70s. Tim Brant and Hank Stram with you.
Injured player for Phoenix, number 30.
Stump Mitchell is injured. I'll tell you, Hank, it was not pretty the way he was hit and folded back. I could see that coming, and that's why I mentioned it. But
yeah,
Mitchell is shaken up, obviously.
Yeah, and he had trouble with the ankle to begin with, and whether that's the problem now or not, you don't know. But he's really gimpy on the right ankle.
Well, he's had that sore ankle for 3 weeks. He was inactive 2 weeks ago. They bring in Ron Wolfley. He joins Earl Farrell. Ball is officially marked at the 7.
Wolfley's a very good blocker.
Lomax. Touchdown, AWOL. This is perhaps the best tight end receiving tandem in the NFL with Awalt and Novacek. Awalt held without a catch last week. He has 2 here today, 1 for a touchdown. Al Del Greco to add another point for the Cardinals. And he does. So the Cardinals are flying high in Phoenix. It's 14-0 first quarter.
McDonald's presents gifts your kids will love. Holiday Huggable Muppet Babies. For a limited time only, you can get these holiday gifts for a special low price with any McDonald's food purchase.
Good night, baby piggies.
They're only at McDonald's, so hurry on in.
You just got a frequent flyer award, huh?
That's right.
You don't fly frequently.
No, infrequently.
How can you be a frequent flyer if you don't fly frequently?
How can I hit the ball if you're talking to me?
How can you hit the ball if you're going to be talking over there?
On Northwest, you don't have to fly a lot to earn a free trip fast.
After rigorous examination of the Mercedes-Benz 300E, one automotive journal concluded that it may be the best sedan in the world, and another journal called it a nearly spectacular mix of performance and practicality. The Mercedes-Benz 300E. Now that it's astonished the experts, let it astonish you.
Watch Awalt, the tight end, number 80. Now, normally when the back goes on the inside, that means the tight end's going outside, but they cross him up. He goes outside and then comes back inside. Banks is trying to cover him man for man. The ball is thrown right on the numbers. Touchdown for the Phoenix Cardinals.
We told you at the top of the telecast the Giants secondary is suspect, and Collins is out and White's in for him. This will be Phil McConkey to the 16-yard line and not much more. Cardinals are flying around now. Carl Carter got there first. Return of 11 yards.
And talking to Sims yesterday, the one thing that he kept talking about was the crowd. He said the crowd is going to influence this team because in St. Louis they didn't get this kind of a reaction. They got a lot of people cheering for him here in Phoenix. and we got to hope that we can take them out of the game. They haven't been able to do that yet.
Only took them 8 plays, 78 yards that last time to score. Big play, of course, was Lomax to Green for 49 yards when they hit AWOL for the touchdown. First down, Giants at the 18. Sims chased out of the pocket, throws sidearm to Carthen at the 26-yard line.
Penalty marker down. Tackled by Noga.
Nico Noga made the tackle. He's a competitor. 8 brothers, 1 sister will make it that way.
Holding, number 55, defense, decline.
Well, that's 4 for 4 play-action passes on first down.
Second and 3 at the 26.
Watch Bavaro coming to the outside. Bell is grabbing him. He's got him. He's holding him. And Bavaro goes beyond him. But he threw the ball outside.
Yeah, the officials are just clarifying the call. But as Hank just told you, the holding was on Anthony Bell.
Five-yard penalty.
Anthony Bell, 6'3", 231-pounder, third-year pro out of Michigan State, former #1 pick. Look at that final.
That's a surprise. I didn't think that would happen. I thought maybe they'd win, but I didn't think they'd win so impressively.
Tomczak just keeps winning as a starter. George Adams comes into the ball game now. He's joined in the backfield by Carthen. Sims throws to Bavaro. Nice move out to the 34-yard line. Tim McDonald and Lonnie Young take him down. McDonald and Young combined for 14 tackles last week.
Well, they're going to get a lot more this afternoon if they keep letting Bavaro catch the ball in the middle like he has.
McDonald's interesting. Hank, he fractured his ankle last year, got his first NFL start against Washington this year, and he's played well, having been moved back to strong safety. It'll be first down and 10 Giants. Ball at the 35. 1 minute, 18 seconds remain in the first period. It's 14-0 Phoenix. Moat replaces Bavaro now for the Giants. Morris out to the 37-yard line. May have crawled to the 38.
I like the approach of the Giants. Of course, you know, they open the game throwing the football, but I think eventually, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to gradually go to the run. And I think when they do that, it's going to be very efficient, very effective.
Second and 6 at the 39.
Well, it's a young offensive line. Yielded 39 sacks. That's been well documented. But the rushing game averages only 3.3 yards per carry, and that's not good. Second and 6. Maurice Carthen out to the 43-yard line. It won't be enough for a first down. Tackle was made by E.J. Jr. Two-time Pro Bowler, calls the defense, former #1 pick himself. As you look at Maurice Carthen.
Gain of 4. Third and 2.
And they call him the enforcer. In fact, he's got that on his license plate. The enforcer.
That should just about do it for the first period. And it's been all Phoenix. They'll switch sides, put 15 more back on the clock, and reload. It's 14-0 Cardinals.
For those of you who were there, you are again. For those of you who were not, you are now. 4 days in November with Dan Rather Thursday.
He's Gene Stallings, head coach of the NFL's Phoenix Cardinals.
Over the years, I've coached some of the greatest athletes in the NFL, and I know the rewards of victory. But none have been more important to me than my work with this young man, John. When he was born, he was diagnosed to have Down syndrome. In some ways, he would never be like other children. For him, there would never be a chance to play in the National Football League. But over the years, I've seen him grow. He's 24 years old now, and his progress is measured with little victories. The times that we spend together are very special to me. John made this for me, and he made it with a great deal of love. The same kind of love that I have for him. Because you see, John is my son. You ready, Johnny? Let's go right. When you support the United Way, you're saying to people like John, don't give up. We'll give you a helping hand. You can make it. The United Way. It brings out the best in all of us.
This message furnished by the National Football League.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Mercedes-Benz, engineered like no other car in the world. The good time, great taste of McDonald's. And by Miller Lite, official sponsor of the Miller Lite NFL Lineman of the Year Award. Miller Brewing is the exclusive beer sponsor of today's telecast.
Blue skies as they look high on a hill down on the Phoenix Cardinals, leading 14-0 over the New York Giants as we start the second quarter. 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Giants. New York's 0-2 on 3rd down conversions thus far. Adams comes into the ball game. Morris goes out. Sims throws underneath, incomplete. Stephen Baker wanted a flag. He's not going to get one. It was broken up by Cedric Mack. He knocked down 2 passes last week.
And Sims waited a little bit too long to get rid of the football. It was a play-action fake. And instead of going right up and throwing it immediately, he waited for a second, threw the ball. By that time, Cedric Mack was able to make a play on the ball.
Corey Buford comes on to punt. J.T. Smith deep for the Cardinals. Again, it's a tail wagger, and it'll be short. It hits at the 24, gets a Cardinals bounce, and goes out of bounds on the 27.
Punt goes out of bounds at the Phoenix 27.
A 31-yard punt.
30-yard punt. Cardinals.
So with 14 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the half. It's still a 2-touchdown lead.
It takes time to get your gal to see the light. It takes time. It isn't always love sight from the first little glance till she's ready for romance. Remember, little man, it takes time. It takes time to make the coffee percolate. It takes time to get your gal to set the date from the first moonlit walk till you get the baby talk.
The Elegance Collection from Citizen.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Out of juice?
Very fine. Juice it up.
I'm the big daddy of the greatest bar game of all time, Fuse Balls. And us Fuse Ballers drink Miller Lite. Miller Lite's a less filling beer, brewed from the ground up. It's not a watered-down version of regular beer. And Fuse Ball is a great game, because when a guy loses, everyone knows he loses.
When it's Miller Lite, less filling, tastes great.
I think we have a loser. Hey, barehanded!
Hank Lomax has hit 6 straight passes. He's 7 for 8, 115 yards and a touchdown. McFadden, of course, missed a 39-yard field goal after a 58-yard drive by the Giants, and that's where we are.
Well, he's been hot all year long. He's one of the hottest quarterbacks, I think, in the National Football League right now, Tim, as you know. And when he has protection, he is murdered.
Well, the Giants will have to get more pressure on him. Mitchell comes out of the ball game after being shaken up. He still hasn't come back. Farrell's in, along with Novacek, Awalt, Smith, and Green, 4 wide receivers. On 1st down at the 27, this is Farrell. Eric Dorsey makes the stop.
They like to run. St. Louis likes to run straight at you and between the tackles. And they started that the game this afternoon. Now they go without a huddle again, and they're doing a good job of that.
2nd down and 10 at the 27. Lomax with time. Throws to Novacek, incomplete.
Lomax's pass incomplete. 3rd down.
Novacek was open. And the hurry-up, Hank, is affecting the Giants.
Yeah, they're kind of unsettled. They don't know what to think. They don't know whether they'll have a chance to make adjustments or what they'll do. And the next thing you know, the ball is snapped, and they're really not in a good position to take off and lick the offensive people on the line of scrimmage.
Roy Green is shaken up, and that could be a major factor in this ball game if he's not able to return.
I think maybe he just stunned it a little bit. Of course, it's hard to tell.
3 receptions today, 2 more, and he'll have 400 for his career. You know, he was just telling us yesterday that he's been banged up the last couple of years, and he's really proud of himself because he's been extremely healthy this year. And he's putting aside all the doubters who said he was through. A 4-2-5 defensive look now for the Giants. 4 wide receivers for the Cardinals on 3rd down and 10. Shotgun for Lomax. He has time. He has the completion. Novacek bangs his way out to the 40-yard line before he's finally ridden out of bounds. Gain of 13.
And that time they had a 3-man rush. No pressure on the quarterback whatsoever. And he had plenty of time to hit Novacek out in the flat for a nice gain on the play.
Cardinals now 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. And they're working against the defense, as you know, with 32 quarterback sacks, 11 fumble recoveries, and 1 block kick. So it is aggressive. Roy Green's back, and that's a good sign. It'll be 1st down at the 40. And Mitchell's back in the ball game as well. This is Mitchell. Not much there. The Giants closed the door quickly, led by Eric Howard.
They're closing it inside, and that time Farrell went in motion from right to left with the idea of trying to run a wham block on the defensive lineman, but by the time it happened, why, it was stuffed, and they didn't get any penetration whatsoever on the play.
You like Stump's haircut. I could tell yesterday when you saw him.
Yeah, he said he's got that engraved on the side of his head, and he's very proud of it, too. And I said, how much does it cost? He said, $20. I said, how about Bosworth? He has to pay $90 for that little thing he does.
Here he goes. To the 40, Mitchell to the 30. Tiptoes down to the 25-yard line. Stump Mitchell. With the Cardinal logo in his hair and everything. But there is a flag, and I believe it'll go against Phoenix. So they will erase that 33-yard run by Mitchell.
And how about Farrell? He and Mitchell are great friends.
Holding, number 70, offense, 10 yards, still 2nd down.
That's Derek Kennard, the guilty party.
Farrell was bragging about Stump Mitchell and what a great person he was and what a great kid he is. And he said, you know, if I have a son, I'd like for my son to grow up and be like Stump, except I'd like for him to be a few inches taller.
The holding call was on Derek Kennard. Here's another story. Kennard came in May, weighed 318 pounds. Jogged on Venice Beach. Now he's down at 285.
And the beach is about 3 feet lower.
2nd down and 18, ball at the 32. Green in motion. This is Smith. To the 37-yard line. Sheldon White makes the tackle.
Tackled by White. Gain of 7.
The Giants have been using that 4-1-6 scheme. They call it the Mustang package. Taylor, Marshall, Howard, and Martin up front. Pepper Johnson's the lone linebacker. 6 defensive backs. Perry Williams, Terry Kennard, Sheldon White, Adrian White, Wayne Haddix, who they just signed, and Tom Flynn. Flynn comes into the ball game, and he will shadow the tight end, probably Novacek. 3rd down and 12. They name all their packages after horses as the Cards go to their shotgun formation.
We learned a long time ago you got to have the horses to win.
Flags fly everywhere here. This pass is complete to Green, but they're going to bring it back. No play. Hey, what? They need the horses to win?
I said you learned a long time ago you had to have the horses to win.
Interesting. They've got the Mustang defense. They've got the Stallion, the Pony. What that all means, you're right.
What if they have 3 saddles or just one saddle for all 3?
All you need is Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence that time was lined up on the left side. He goes from side to side, as you know. And, you know, when he's been on the right side, Louis Sharp has really done a pretty good job of blocking him. He's blocking him man for man all the time. The tackle coming out to block the linebacker.
Of course, Sharp is a Pro Bowler. 7-year veteran at UCLA. Here's the call.
Let's start. Number 67, offense, 5 yards, still 3rd down.
Wouldn't you know it, as soon as we shower praise on him, he'll be nabbed.
5-yard penalty.
It is Louis Sharp.
16 at the 34.
3rd and 16, and that's the 3rd Phoenix penalty of this game. Phoenix came into the game with 50 penalties for the year, 446 yards. That now stands at 53. But they also have the lead, 14-0. It's 3rd down and long. 3 wide receivers, bottom of the screen. Brad Novacek is a wide receiver. 1 to the top, 4 wide out. Shotgun formation for Lomax. Underneath, J.T. Smith out to the 45, but he'll be 5 yards short of the first. Gary Reasons makes the tackle. So that pickup of 12, Hank, won't be enough.
No, and they had a triple wing on the right side, and J.T. Smith, 84, was the slot man, and they like to throw to him inside on that kind of a formation because they feel the other people are going to be double covered. He should be open, but he didn't make the yardage for the first down.
Not a bad talent to throw to. Dating back to 1986, he's caught more passes than anybody in the NFL. Greg Horn gets a high punt off. It'll be taken by McConkey at the 15, back to the 21-yard line.
McConkey returns. Tackled by Novacek.
So a 40-yard punt, a 6-yard return, and the tackle made by Wayne Davis.
6-yard return.
Introducing a sedan with the heart of a lion, the all-new Toyota Cressida. Inside, the majestic body beats a powerful 24-valve, 190-horsepower engine. Plus, legendary Toyota quality. Quality that has made Cressida the most trouble-free new car sold 2 years in a row. Cressida for $89, the king of luxury performance sedans and the pride of Toyota.
What happened when Sony put this color TV and full-featured VCR into this machine? They shrunk. Introducing Sony Video Walkman. It takes video out of your home and into your life. The product. The proving grounds. The results. STP gas treatment is the edge.
When it comes to doing business worldwide, you gotta think in global proportions. You gotta know how the world turns, because you want it to turn your way. You gotta speak the language. You gotta travel with the best crowd. It's a big world out there. You gotta do everything you can to make it smaller. This reminder from Federal Express that it's not just a package, it's your business.
The Eagles going after their second Giant victory this season, but the Giants are going after revenge next Sunday on CBS Sports.
The Thunderbird Balloon Classic is being held today, as well as this football game. 40 to 50,000 people are there watching that. Started at 7 o'clock this morning. 114 balloons. They went out in 2 waves for a hare and a hound chase. So
that red one looks like somebody I knew after we ate that Mexican food the other day.
I tell you, Hank, you take those 50,000 and the almost 70,000 here, and the rest of Phoenix is a ghost town. Adams and Carson now in for the Giants. First down at the 22. Sims to throw on first down. It's complete. This is Adams to the 26-yard line.
You know, the Giants have had the ball 10 times on 1st and 10. Timmy, they've thrown the ball 9 and ran it once on 1st and 10. Unusual.
Well, Sims is now 8 for 14, Hank. 78 yards. E.J. Jr. made the tackle, so it'll be 2nd down and 4. They mark it at the 28. Baker comes to the bottom of the screen. Manuel and Carthen go to the top. 3 wide receivers for Sims. And this one batted down. I believe it was David Galloway who got a hand on it.
That's who it was. He got a good job, timed it perfectly, and knocked it down.
Galloway was on the injured reserves early in the season with a broken thumb. He's back now. Got a couple screws in that thumb and a nasty scar, but he says it feels good. Hank, he said he came out last week and grabbed a guy to make a tackle and felt one of the screws coming through.
Yeah, that'd be a very unusual feeling, wouldn't it?
Well, he said they opened him up, took one of the screws out, so instead of 3, he's now just got 2. 3rd and 4 to 28. Just thought I'd bring that up. And again, it's batted down, this time by Freddie Joe Nunn. That'll bring up 4th down, and the Giants will have to punt. Well, Buford has struggled with the punt today. His last one was 36 yards. J.T. Smith is deep for Phoenix. Now it's a question of who moved first. Are saying it's going to be against Phoenix. It is.
But at least if you're going to get a good shot, get 5 yards for it, you might as well get a good one. He did. He knocked him right back in his back.
Well, it'll be enough for a 1st down, and the offense will come back on, and that doesn't make Gene Stallings very happy.
Watchman, number 53, defense, 5 yards, 1st down.
That's Wayne Davis, 2nd-year player out of Alabama. Although it was a rookie mistake.
Sad thing about it is it's still a mistake.
Violated one of the 4 don'ts of the kicking game. Don't be offsides. 4th penalty of the game for the Cardinals. It'll be 1st down, Giants. Complete to Adams. Adams goes out of bounds at the 45. Boy, that ball was almost intercepted. Adams made a fine catch. Good concentration.
He had 2-on-2 in the backside. He had a zone, linebacker to back here, and he knew exactly where he was going to throw the ball, got it out there in good shape. And they pick up another 1st down, and again, another pass on 1st and 10.
That's Adams' 3rd catch of the day. Morris comes back into the ball game. He's a setback along with Maurice Carthen. And here he is across midfield into Cardinal territory, slides up to the 46. Good block by Arden Moore. They let him around the corner, Hank.
Yeah, watch the right guard, Eric Moore, coming out of there in good shape. He gets a good block, and he outs on the quarterback, or the safety man, McDonald, number 46, and pops through there and kind of stumbled, or else he'd have made another 5 or 6 yards on the play.
Looked like a high jumper. 2nd down and 1. Otis Anderson comes in now, replaces Joe Morris. Sims going deep. Incomplete. It was intended for Manuel. But there was good coverage by Carl Carter.
You know, in talking to Manuel yesterday, he said, you know, this is the 1st year he hasn't been on injured reserve since he's been in professional football. And he attributes the fact that he's been deeply involved with the program during the off-season with weights and conditioning program, and as a result he feels much better. He's in top physical condition, and he's already caught more passes so far this year than he did in the rest of his years with the New York Giants.
3rd and 1. New York's 0 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. Riesenberg, 72, is eligible in this play. Instead they go left side, 1st down. Joe Morris.
Talked to Johnny Parker, who does such a great job with their conditioning program, said that Morris will squat 600 pounds. Isn't that murder? Strong.
600 pounds.
600 pounds. That's right. Thinks he's the strongest guy on the team.
No, Hank, I don't think that's murder. It's like suicide.
Suicide is right.
Adams comes into the ball game for the Giants on 1st down at the 40. Sims has a man open. It's complete up close to another New York 1st down. Stephen Baker makes the catch. Washington loses to Chicago today, big. And Philadelphia comes from behind to beat Pittsburgh. Randall Cunningham, 21 of 45 in that game. Cunningham rushed 8 times for 48 yards and 2 touchdowns. And you see little delay to Maurice Barton. He's across the 30 to the 29-yard line, but Glasby takes him down quickly. Glasby, 6'5", 260. They call him Hank. Now, I don't know why they call him Hank. His name's Bob, but they also call him House, and that makes more sense.
A lot more sense, as big as he is. And, of course, he's been playing very well. He's a lot, you know, he's big and he's strong, and he gets off the line of scrimmage, and he handles the stunts very, very well.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Chrysler. Chrysler believes a luxury car should be a great driving car. At Chrysler, we're driving to be the best. Miller Genuine Draft, cold filtered draft taste is as real as it gets. Miller Brewing is the exclusive beer sponsor of today's telecast. And by UPS, we deliver to every address in the U.S. and to 41 countries worldwide.
We're in the Valley of the Sun, and that must be a sign from an Easterner. Dear Mom, send snow.
It should be send, dear Mom, send Mom, not in snow, no snow.
Or
that
whatever.
Makes sense? Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. Nonetheless, it's 14-7. Cardinals leading the New York Giants as we begin the third quarter. Look at this, Hank. Halftime statistics, passing yards, 182 for the Phoenix Cardinals. And they've got the advantage in total yards.
And the nice thing about their performance in the first half, they've got very good balance between the run and the pass.
Lomax up near 200 yards for the game. He was 25 of 41 for 323 yards last week and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Paul McFadden kicking off for the Giants. This will be taken by Derek McAdoo to the 24-yard line, and that's where Phoenix will start the second half. Tackle was made by Kenny Hill. 20-yard return.
Here we see the Giants on first down, 4 runs, 6.3 average, and passing 14 times for 6.8.
Hank, the good news off the sidelines from Phoenix is Tootie Robbins will play. X-rays were negative, and he's back in the ball game. Big number 63, 305-pounder. First down at the 25-yard line for the Cardinals. Mitchell and Farrell are the setbacks. Farrell straight ahead, can't move this pile, gets maybe 2.
Burt looked like he came off the block in good shape and helped squeeze off the tackle, number 64.
He got a lot of help from Eric Dorsey as well.
But they started off running inside very well, and they haven't been able to do that lately at all. I'm surprised that either one of the two teams haven't thrown more screens or run more draws so far in this game, the way both teams have thrown the ball.
We'll look for that. 2nd and 8, ball on the 27. Long count for Lomax. Pressure, and he throws it out of bounds in the direction of Robert Awol. Carl Banks was out there covering.
I'm sure they got a little lecture at halftime about rushing the passer. That time they got off the ball much better, talking about the Giants, and they put more pressure on Lomax. Watch Burt, Jim Burt, number 60, against Lance Smith, number 61. Got good push, good penetration.
Hank, Tom Bresnahan, the offensive line coach for Phoenix, coached in Chicago last year. He knows the defensive line calls for the Giants, so New York changed up. Instead of using colors, they're using female names down there. 4 wide receivers now for the Cardinals. 5 defensive backs for the Giants on 3rd down and 8. Lomax, Smith to the 40, and out of bounds at the 47-yard line. He was 21 yards, excuse me, Hank.
Yep, he was wide open coming across on a crossing pattern. It looked like he ran out of the tunnel or out of the bleachers. He was so wide open.
That's Smith's 5th catch of the day. Led the NFL last year in both receptions and yardage. It'll be 1st down and 10, ball at the 49. Mitchell and Farrell are the setbacks. Green in motion. Flags fly before the play is ever snapped. Looked like Flag Day. They started coming from every direction.
Yeah, I thought the balloons were starting to land. They were coming down there so fast.
False start, number 63, offense, 5 yards, still 1st down.
That's Tootie Robbins. Our referee today is Dick Jorgensen. Tampa Bay won that one right at the end. Donald Igwebuike with a 52-yard field goal to win it for Tampa Bay. Meanwhile, here in Phoenix, that's the 7th penalty of the game against the Cardinals. And that's not a positive sign. They stop it here. And I'm not sure why.
Come on, shoot! Come on!
Probably has something to do with the time. They call in the head linesman, Ron Butchin.
Reset the game clock to 14:03. 14:03.
That's what it was, Tim.
So they put 2 more seconds on the clock, make it 14:03.
You know, the Cardinals don't look nearly as peppy and as bouncy as they did when they started the football game. Do they look that way to you?
No, that's exactly right. And I think part of that, Hank, has to be the 7 penalties of the game. I mean, they just have been out of sync since that 1st quarter. Lawrence Taylor. Boy, he's been on a tear, hadn't he, the last 6 games since he's returned? 10 sacks in only 6 games.
And he's hurting out there this afternoon, but in spite of that, he's playing.
That'd be a record pace over a full season. 1st and 15. Here comes the pressure. Lomax avoids him, throws incomplete. It was intended for Green.
You know, that was an unusual thing in that the receiver has to come back for the ball. That time he came back so far that it went right over to the top of his head. It was too high to catch.
Carl Banks was the guy who applied the pressure, and I think he's upset he didn't get the sack. Farrell comes out of the ball game for Phoenix. So does Stump Mitchell. Green comes in. Ernie Jones comes in as a wide receiver, so it'll be Jones and Novacek at the top of the screen. 2 wideouts at the bottom, J.T. Smith and Roy Green.
Looks like they got a one-on-one on Sheldon White over here on the left side, to the right side of the Cardinals.
Backside pressure, ball's up for Green. Incomplete. Well, Perry Williams had the coverage over there on Green, but again, it was Carl Banks with the pressure, and this time he broke the play up.
Green, 81. Here he comes in motion. Goes to the outside, gives a little push, tries to work inside, but Williams is right there. The coverage is excellent, but he throws the ball way over the top. Here's the pressure we see on Lomax. There you see the shot. Good hit by Lawrence Taylor.
And the ball was just an infield fly rule. It was up for grabs. 3rd and 15. Cards are 6 of 9 on 3rd down conversions today. They've been successful.
He should have really signaled for a fair catch on that last play.
Lomax steps up into the pocket, throws to Green, complete at the 31-yard line. Roy Green's fifth catch of the day. He now has 400 for his career.
And here again, he's way over the right side, goes from right to left, which means, watch him now. Watch Green coming to the inside and then breaks to the outside. Double zone. Kennard did not get over there in time. The ball is thrown right on the money, and Lomax had plenty of time to throw the ball.
Gain of 25. It'll be first down, Phoenix, and they blast away inside the 30. Earl Farrell. Tackle was made by Leonard Marshall, the two-time Pro Bowler out of LSU.
And we asked Roy Green the other day what pattern he liked to catch best, to run best. He said the post corner. That's exactly what that last pattern was. Not as precise as it would be with man-for-man coverage, but basically the same move.
More trouble in that offensive line for Phoenix. Todd Pete limps off the field at left guard. Ray Brown comes back in. 3 wide receivers now for the Cards on second down and 8.
They got bump and run on the right side.
Giants show blitz, and everybody jumps, and I'm not so sure who came across or why that time. But the Giants were loading up and trying to anticipate the count and come quickly, and they may have jumped too early.
Lomax, I think, helped that tremendously. It looked like he was changing the call. They thought he was ready.
Number 77, defense.
That's Dorsey. No question but the fact they were coming on the blitz.
And you can either go on a short count or a long count. That was obviously a long count. Penalties, the Giants 1 for 5. Phoenix 6 for 41.
Impressive. That's the first penalty of the day for the Giants. They've been playing mistake-free. It'll be second down. Call it a long 3. 12 minutes, 45 seconds remain in the third period. Lomax chased out of the pocket. Intercepted. Sheldon White looks for a block. What a cutback. He's got room now. Into Phoenix territory at the 44-yard line. 39-yard return.
You talk about the hound and the hare that time. It looked like he was going to get tackled a couple of times and did a terrific job of running.
Just a rookie.
Lomax escapes from the pocket, gets in the outside, and is trying really to throw the ball over the top of White, but he makes the interception. And watch this run. He goes over to the right side. Whoop. Started to go back, then goes right back to the other side. Starts up the numbers, and is finally tackled there by Kennard. Number 70.
14-7, Cardinals.
The NBA is back in 2 weeks on CBS Sports.
I hear General Motors is not happy. More and more, their owners find only one luxury car gives them everything. Chrysler New Yorker. V6, anti-lock brakes, the most advanced transmission, ultra drive, and crystal key. Better owner care than any GM sedan, even Rolls or Mercedes. What did Chrysler do to make GM unhappy? Everything.
Pure. Genuine. Never heat pasteurized. A beer that's made unlike any other. Cold filtered to give you the rich, smooth taste of real draft beer. That's the mark of a great beer. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. It's as real as it gets.
At UPS, we're changing the look of the international delivery business. Because now, UPS delivers to every country in Western Europe, the Pacific Rim, Down Under, and Canada. And because we're so efficient, we can deliver your international parcels and documents for fewer francs, yen, or drachmas than other companies charge. An accomplishment we feel deserves a little flag waving. UPS, we run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
Smith is okay after being shaken up on a block on the return. First down for the Giants at the 45. Smith, or Sims rather. Incomplete, intended for Baker. I had Smith on the mind, making sure he was all right. Take another look at how Smith got tagged, Hank.
Yeah, you can't believe the way he gets hit here. He's going down the field. Watch Lawrence Taylor come in with the shoulder pad. Look at this. Is that a shot? And then Dorsey comes back and gives him the old shot in the back and knocks him down. How he survived that, I don't know.
Well, he is okay, and I think we should also mention that for Lomax was the first interception in 99 passes. Second down and 10 at the 45. They still get the reverse off. And they're going to lose 7 yards. Right now, let's take you back to our New York studios and Brent Musburger. Brent?
Hey, Tim, ask Hank what he thinks of teams having to play out of necessity. That seems to have affected New Orleans today. Mays blasts in for the touchdown, and the Saints, having lost 2 in a row, lead 14-3. Back to Tim and Hank.
Well, what do you think, Hank? But teams playing out of necessity.
Oh,
like
I think the urgency part of it, we've talked about that many times. I think the urgency factor is very, very important. And it shows up every week, seemingly. The team that has to win it usually wins it.
Loss of 6, third down and 16 for Sims and the Giants. 6 defensive backs for the Cardinals. Backside pressure. Sims, incomplete, intended for his big tight end, Bavaro. And Bavaro's hurt, and he's holding his hamstring.
It looked like he might have pulled it initially, but he's moving pretty well.
Or at least felt a twinge. He's been hampered with a foot injury. So Buford punts now for the Giants. McAdoo is deep for the Cardinals. McAdoo takes this one on the 8. And that was not wise. Tackle was made by Pepper Johnson, 43-yard punt. No return. We'll be back.
A6, hurry and you'll make it.
Delta Airlines ticket agent Sam Singletary knows how to get people moving.
Mr. Franklin, your bag.
But sometimes he has to show off a few moves of his own. The kind of moves that made him a first-string halfback. Sam Singletary shares a feeling with everyone at Delta. He loves what he's doing, and it shows.
We love to fly,
Piece of cake.
and it shows.
The product. The proving grounds. The results. STP gas treatment is the edge.
You know the difference between the AC Delco parts that go into race cars and the ones that go into your car? There isn't any.
AC Delco parts. They don't just fit, they match.
Mark and Brian, rockin' LA. It's another hot one out there. 98, 12 degrees and no relief in sight. It's hot, hot, hot.
Right now, the only thing that would taste better than a nice cold one is a cold filtered one.
Man, sure go for one of these.
Because if you want a beer whose rich, smooth draft taste hasn't been changed by pasteurization, we've got it down cold.
Right.
Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. It's as real as beer gets.
We have a slightly revised forecast. Say it's cold. Go, go.
Willie Nelson, Delta Burke, Jack Elam, and Gerald McCraney all want to know,
where the hell's that gold?
Tonight, partners.
Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. Tim Brant and Hank Stram with you. 14-7, Phoenix leads. Both touchdowns for Phoenix came in the first quarter. Lomax 1-yard touchdown, and Lomax hit AWOL for 7 yards to go up 14-0, and then in the second, the Giants scored to make it 14-7. That's where we are. Stump Mitchell, right side, tries to get a block and turn the corner to the 11. That's the second time the Cards have started the drive inside their 10 this afternoon. Tackle made by Kenny Hill.
Eric Howard is in there now on the nose for Jim Burt. He played the block of Derek Kennard very well as he went down the line of scrimmage and got involved in the play.
Don Holmes in for J.T. Smith, although we understand J.T. Smith is fine. Holmes now comes out of the ball game, and Smith comes back in. 2nd down and 7, ball at the 11. Farrell now drops back as the second setback. Awalt switches over to the right side and now goes in motion. Farrell straight ahead to the 13-yard line. Giants defense really starting to swarm, and now they'll load up in a passing situation.
Here comes the Mustang, people. No saddle, no nothing, just coming out there to play defense. There you see Flynn, number 28, is in there. Haddock's number 37 was in.
Taylor, Marshall, Howard, Martin up front. Pepper Johnson, the lone linebacker. There's Flynn. He'll shadow the tight end. You like those horses, don't you, Hank?
As long as they're not too bumpy.
6 defensive backs now for the Giants. Taylor goes to an outside position down lineman right side on 3rd and 5 from the 13. Shotgun formation, backside pressure. Lomax has the completion to Smith at the 20. 1st down, Phoenix. Smith's 6th catch of the afternoon.
And they like to throw the ball. They have a lot of confidence in their receivers and what they're trying to get done. It's very obvious talking to them yesterday, and especially to Lomax during our visit yesterday afternoon.
Well, he's got a couple of good receivers to throw to. Smith now has 51 receptions. He's the leading receiver for the Cardinals. 1st down at the 20. Mitchell, big hole, good move out to the 28-yard line. Terry Kennard will get credit for the tackle, but a fine move by Stump Mitchell. Looks like his sore ankle is fine now. He was inactive 2 weeks ago. Boy, the weather was a factor last week. You could almost see the 49ers melting like wax. Here today, it's delightful. Temperature 83 degrees, soft breeze blowing, no humidity, no chance of rain. Haven't seen a cloud in the sky all week. 2nd and short out of the I formation. Mitchell will get up close to a 1st down. Carson will get the tackle. How about Carson to retire at the end of this year?
And he was very emphatic about that. It wasn't one of those things where, well, maybe he will and maybe he won't. After listening to him yesterday, he's definitely going to retire.
And he said it's not something he just sprung on the media. He said he's been saying it since last summer. Told George Young last summer this would be his final year.
Well, it's funny how those things work. A lot of times you tell them with the express purpose of making them realize what you're going to do. They don't want to believe you.
He's the motivational factor on this Giant defense. Threw a chair at halftime a couple of weeks ago, and again flags fly. Dick Jorgensen will give us the call. What do you have, Dick?
Well, they have a little conference.
Well, number one, they want to get the players out of the way.
Line judge. Some of them were eavesdropping, and then they get the signal.
Well, we got the umpire involved as well. So you got the umpire who stands behind the linebackers. You got the referee who stands behind the offensive backfield. They've got a good view of everything. Here's the call.
Right guard and right tackle. Offense, 5 yards, still 1st down.
Gene Stallings not happy with the 8th penalty of the day for the Cardinals. 51 yards. They've been penalized.
You know, they were doing a lot better job of getting off the football when they were going on quick counts and changing the rhythm. Now they're in a kind of a pattern, which means that normally, you know, you don't get offside, and they're making that mistake time and time again.
Hank, we were talking about Carson. He's played 13 years. We asked him, hey, what are your rules of survival? He told us never stand around a pile, because that's where you get tagged if you're not looking. You know what's going on around you. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep moving at all times. 1st and 15. It's complete to Green. Green runs out of bounds on the 40. He'll be a yard shy of a first down, but they make up 14 of the 15 they needed.
And the other thing that's good about Phoenix, they're very patient. They're not trying to go up on top with Green as much as I thought they would. They're satisfied to take what they're being given, and they're doing a good job of moving the football and taking advantage of the zone coverages.
Carson's shaken up.
Well, I didn't see him standing around the pile either.
Hope he's all right. We'll be back.
Right now, the only thing that would taste better than a nice cold one is a cold filter one.
Can you draft anyone?
Because if you want a beer whose rich, smooth draft taste hasn't been changed by heat pasteurization, we've got it down cold. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. It's as real as beer gets.
It's been said Chrysler's LeBaron may be the most beautiful car to come out of an American design studio in over a decade. What hasn't been said is that it comes out with an intercooled 2.2 turbo with the security of four-wheel disc brakes and a driver's airbag standard, and that it comes out doing 0 to 60 in 7.9 seconds. One other thing that hasn't been said, it comes out at a very attractive price.
The Eagles going after their second Giant victory this season, but the Giants are going after revenge next Sunday on CBS Sports.
Harry Carson is okay, just had the wind knocked out of him. Want to know why Hank Stram likes to come to Phoenix? It's that top word. It's free.
Zip. El Zippo.
That's for the heat here in Phoenix. Although it's a very cool day today, 83. That is your favorite word, isn't it?
I don't know how comfortable it seemed. I was down to the field before the game, and I just came upstairs. I was wringing wet, so I don't know. It's hot.
No humidity, though. Look at Gary Reasons as he comes in and replaces Carson. Carson will return, however. It'll be 2nd down and 1. The ball at the 40 for the Cardinals. The hand drops and we're ready to roll. Mitchell and Farrell to setbacks. Farrell pushes the pile forward and should have enough for the first down. Well, they call him Mr. Inside for the Cards. Came into this game with almost 700 yards, but more importantly, he has a 5.1 yard per carry average. That's strong. Farrell's an interesting character. One of 9 children, quit high school after his dad died, and went after the graduate equivalency program, went into the Job Corps, started playing football, and eventually ended up in the NFL. First down, Phoenix. Pressure on Lomax. Throws it out of bounds. Don't forget, big doubleheader on CBS in college football next Saturday. Joe Paterno, the grand statesman of State College, 2 of the finest coaches in the NCAA. Lou Holtz resurrected the dormant Irish program. This all starts at noon Eastern time. Penn State against top-ranked Notre Dame. Then game 2, Nebraska against Oklahoma. Nebraska beat Colorado yesterday. 8th-ranked Oklahoma beat Missouri. The winner of that game goes to the Orange Bowl. The loser goes to the Citrus Bowl. That's all next week on CBS Sports. And Carson is back.
And what a great job those coaches do. Consistently win year in and year out. It's terrific.
2nd down and 10. Mitchell right side. Inside the 45 to the 46-yard line.
I still can't understand why they haven't run more draws. When they've run them, they've been very successful. Plus the fact that I can't understand why they haven't tried to throw more screens.
Flynn comes back into the ball game along with Wayne Haddix as the Giants go to 6 defensive backs. So Carson comes back out along with Carl Banks. 3rd down and 7. Ball at the 46. Cardinals have been successful on 3rd downs today. 8 of 11. 4 wide receivers right now for Phoenix. listen. Going deep to Green. Incomplete. Green had a couple of steps on Perry Williams.
Green in the pick play here. Look at, they start upfield and get the pick on the inside, and he goes right down the field on Williams. But Williams has good recovery speed. The ball is thrown way over the top of his head, and as a result, no chance to make that play whatsoever.
Horn will be standing on his own 30 to punt this one away. Keep in mind, his last punt went 66 yards. He's in trouble here, and he goes down at the 34. Look out, the Giants are coming.
And it looked like a good snap.
A loss of 10. Let's see what the problem was. Walzak's the center. Was a good snap. He just couldn't handle it, Hank.
It might have been looking into the sun. I don't know, but he lost it. It looked like he lost it. The snap was perfect. I don't know whether he took his eye off the ball or what happened, but it doesn't make any difference. Giants first and 10.
They better tighten the chin strap now. Morris gets the pitch right side. Inside of the 30 to the 27-yard line. Hank, one thing the Giants do as well as anybody in the league is capitalize on opportunities.
Yes, they do. And the other thing they do extremely well is take advantage of the 2-minute offense, too. They do that perfectly well.
5 minutes and 14 seconds remain, third period. Baker comes to the bottom of the screen. Manuel to the top. Straight ahead goes Carpin. To about the 23-yard line.
Cardinals are reacting quickly to what they see. It looks like, Tim, if Phil Simms would fake a handoff, not tell anybody, just keep the ball himself, he could make some big yardage on the play.
He ran the ball 5 times last week, Hank.
He runs a lot better than you think he can, especially when somebody's chasing him.
He's not little at 6'3", 214 pounds. First down. Definite mix-up on that play. Manuel came to the inside, he threw to the outside, and Mowat hadn't cleared out there underneath the pick. It'll be second down and 10 as you look at Parcells at the 23. Boy, he's won a Super Bowl, he's been Coach of the Year, and with 54 wins, very few people remember he was 3-12-1 his first year in New York.
Talking to him before the game, he remembers that too. He's very humble about the whole situation, about the success that he's enjoyed, and about where he is right now.
They need 10. It's second down for Simms. Incomplete. It was intended for Manuel, but it was overthrown.
Manuel comes off the line of scrimmage. No bump, no nothing. Cedric Mack makes an inside move and then breaks to the outside. But the ball is thrown way over the top. No chance whatsoever to make that play. It looked like he could have run him off a little bit more to eliminate the cushion. Cedric Mack was very close to him on the call.
It'll be third down and 10, and Simms has missed his last 8 passes. 6 defensive backs for the Cards. Here comes the blitz. It's complete at the 15 to Baker. He's not going to have enough for the first down. Reggie Phillips took him out of bounds rather rudely. It'll be fourth down and 2. And Hank, what do you do here?
Well, the rule of thumb normally is if you got more than a yard to go, you're going to kick the field goal. Less than a yard, you're going to go for it. They are going to talk it over. They're calling timeout. They want to make sure what they do is correct. But, they haven't had a great deal of luck running the football, so they obviously would throw the ball maybe successfully.
If you thought you had to give up comfort to get a close shave, Norelco says, think again. Their revolutionary shaving system shaves skin close in a way that's incredibly comfortable. As the hair enters the chamber, the patented lift and cut system lifts each hair and holds it a split second before a blade cuts it, so it's possible to shave skin close without the blades even touching the skin. The lift and cut shaving system from Norelco. We made close comfortable.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a special wine.
What's the occasion?
Well, I have this blind date.
Let me show you something I like.
Gallo Blush Chablis. It's just waiting to be discovered.
Hi, I'm Jerry's friend, and you're the wine lady.
You're Jerry's friend?
Yeah.
Come on in.
So did I get the right wine?
Perfect.
Gallo Blush Chablis. A most unexpected discovery.
Happens every time.
A GM owner, a little unhappy. He was surprised that bumper-to-bumper plus owner care meant plus $100 deductible after the first year every time he brings his car in for repairs. Chrysler's Crystal Key gives you the best owner care of any luxury sedan for 5 years or 50,000 miles with no deductible. Chrysler's New Yorker. It gives you everything except $100 deductibles.
Fourth down and 2.
I like the call, Timmy. I really do, because I think if they don't make it, they've still got a chance with good field position.
First place on the line in the NFC East. Sims. Going to the end zone. Incomplete. Overthrown in the direction of Manuel.
I'm surprised he didn't run, Tim. He looked like he had enough room to run to make the necessary yardage for the first down once he escaped from the pile. But in spite of that, the Cardinals still had bad field position. Here we see the pressure. Now he escapes from the pressure. Now right there, it looked like he might have been able to go, but no go maybe was in his face and he didn't have a chance to. I didn't see him coming from the inside.
Cedric Mack even fell down. First down, Cardinals. Mitchell out to the 17-yard line. Kenny Hill makes the tackle. So you agree with the call to go for it?
Yes,
not necessarily the play.
No, I thought that the decision to go for it was a good decision. But here again, if you don't make it, why, there's all kinds of excuses you can make for, or second guesses. You should have done this, should have done that. The big thing is they decided to go for it and didn't succeed. That's all.
So, sorry, Hank. Obviously still bothering Sims and themselves, but I would assume they've got to forget it as quickly as possible.
It's ancient history. You can't worry about it. You got to make a decision and go.
Second down and 7. We still have 3:39 remaining in the third period. Mitchell tries the left side and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Jim Burke makes the tackle. Next Sunday on CBS, Chicago against Tampa Bay. Both teams won today. And Phoenix against Houston. That will definitely be a physical contest. Or Philadelphia against the Giants, another NFC East matchup. And today, Philadelphia beat Pittsburgh 27-6. Randall Cunningham rushed 8 times for 48 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's all next week on CBS. 3rd and 5. Man coverage for the Giants. Lomax steps into the pocket. Green at the 30. First down, Cardinals.
And what a good move he made on Perry Williams, who's taking him man for man. He came across the formation in motion and started to make a curve like he was going upfield and then got the angle on Perry Williams. Here he comes. Watch this now. Watch it come off. Looks. See, now he gets some turn. Now he breaks to the inside, catches the ball behind him, bobbles it a little bit, maintains possession, but a big catch by Roy Green. Good pattern. 1st and 10.
7th catch of the day for Green. First down, Cardinals. Mitchell gets to the 32. There's a flag, however. Illegal block? No, holding. One minute, 53 seconds remain in the third period. Phoenix 14, New York 7.
Number 80, offense, 10 yards, still first down.
That's Robert Awalt, who was holding. 9 penalties now for Phoenix for 61 yards. The Giants have only been penalized once for 5.
And we mentioned this earlier, but the Cardinals came in with 50 penalties, and the Giants with 57.
First and 20. Farrell to the 27. Boy, he knocks bodies around when he runs, doesn't he?
He gets a good start. Good start, and he's a good finishing runner. He hits the pile and usually comes out the other end.
Not bad to have a running back that weighs 240. NFC East. They're playing for first place. Chicago beat Washington earlier today, 34-14. So Washington drops down in the NFC East. Philadelphia does win, stays in the hunt. Washington and Philadelphia now tied, I believe. And here's what's happening today. The Giants and Phoenix trying to jump up on top with New York. Second down and 12. The ball on the 28. Pressure on Lomax. Oh, what a catch. Ernie Jones at the 38-yard line. And he was on the ground and made that catch.
Banks has a good shot at Lomax. Number 58 comes out to the outside. There he is. Coming inside. That's Reasons. I'm sorry, it's Reasons, number 55, coming right up the middle and making that hit on Lomax.
Johnny Cooks was also there. Made his first appearance in the ball game. He's been banged up. It's third down and 2. 5 seconds remain in this quarter. And that's it. So that's the end of the third quarter with the score Phoenix 14, New York 7. We now pause for a word from your local station.
This is CBS.
Hey, let's get something to drink. Let's forget about it.
No, come on, it's no problem.
So, how do we get back in?
Hey. Okay, come on, let's go. You got the keys? This is not a problem.
Ludmila Christova, I will sing Bulgarian song for you.
Please excuse our less than spectacular talent. At Team Pontiac, we'd rather spend less on our commercials and put more into our deals. Our latest, $500 cash back on the exciting Grand Prix. In fact, we've got cashback deals on Grand Ams, Bonnevilles, and many other exciting Pontiacs.
Now I play Caval for you.
Thank you for bearing with us, and hurry down now for a spectacular cashback deal.
The vice president of Cadbury Schweppes is sleeping on the job. The publisher of Cosmopolitan can barely keep his eyes open. In fact, some of the world's most successful business people are off in Never Never Land. And that's exactly where we want them. Because when it comes to business, Pan Am believes the more relaxed and rested you are up here, the better you'll do down there. Pan Am, the #1 airline to Europe and more.
Today's game sponsored locally in part by your tri-state Pontiac dealers.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by AT&T, the right choice. United Airlines, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve. Come fly the friendly skies. And by Subaru. We built our reputation by building a better car.
As we start the final period, 15 minutes remain. It's 14-7 Phoenix. A win by the Cardinals would tie in the top of the NFC East. 4 wide receivers for the Cardinals on 3rd and 3. Lomax. Complete to the 35-yard line. Ernie Jones on the deflection. Gain of 27.
Here we see it. Outside, the ball pops right up in the air. You talk about the tipping drill. Jones makes the catch. And finally tackled by Haddix, number 37.
Walzak hit it up in the air, and Jones made the catch. Lomax on 1st down is in trouble, and he'll be sacked at the 46-yard line by Jim Burt.
Lomax was very relaxed back there. It looked like he thought the play was over or something. He didn't try to escape or anything. Jim Burt on the nose of the center, number 64, looking to get it, breaks around the pile to the right side and makes the sack. Number 64, Jim Burt. You couldn't tell whether that was a predetermined stunt or whether he just slid to the outside and got up the alley quickly to make the sack.
I'll tell you what you can tell, Hank. It was a loss of 8. So it'll be 2nd and 18. 4 wide receivers now for the Cardinals. And here comes the blitz. Lomax. Going deep, incomplete. Boy, a lot of pressure that time. Let's go to New York now. Here's Brent Musburger. Brent?
Hey, Tim, watch this version of the option, how the Rams run it on 4th and goal. They give to the fullback, McGee, and he's going to pitch it to Bell, and if Bell makes it, he just did make it. 14-10, Rams are back in it. Back to Tim and Hank.
Nothing to it. That's the way they work on it, Brent. Boy, I'll tell you, he just did make it. Hey, Brent, here it's 3rd and 18, the ball on the 44. Lomax has really been deluged here the last couple of plays.
And I'm surprised again that they haven't used more distribution of snap counts than they have. They're going on the same count most of the time, and the Giants are anticipating it very well.
Giants are laying their ears back. 3rd and 18. Low snap. Lomax to Green. He's free. To the 5. Touchdown, Phoenix. Four-yard touchdown for Green, his 8th catch of the day. Del Greco is on to try another point. Cliff Stout is the holder. And it's good. Phoenix 21, New York 7.
My folks just left.
Thank you.
The Subaru Justy gets you anywhere you want to go, less expensively than any other four-wheel drive car.
Mr. Potts, you're home.
Of course. What brings you out on a night like this, James? Up to $1,000 cash back from Subaru means a great deal on a great car.
Is there some sort of problem?
Seagram's peach?
Well, it's smooth, like your skin.
Wild berries?
Luscious, like your lips.
Come with me.
See, it's Seagram's Golden. Sparkles, like your eyes. Anything for world peace.
This NFL game summary is sponsored by Seagram's Coolers. This is where the fun starts.
14 first quarter points. Lomax over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns again this afternoon. (21-7), 13 minutes, 16 seconds remain in the ball game. And that play, Hank, for the touchdown, 44 yards, was on 3rd and 18.
Yeah, and a great illustration. There's no way you can defense speed. Look at this now. Watch him escape from Williams. He runs away from Perry Williams. Williams throws, tries to tackle him, makes a poor tackle, slides right down his legs, and of course Green goes right back to the inside of the field and injects it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Boy, that'll drive a coach nuts on 3rd and 18 to allow that kind of play. Del Greco kicks off. This is Kenny Hill. Returns to the 26-yard line. 20-yard return by Kenny Hill, and Travis Curtis will get credit for the tackle on the kickoff. So Phil Simms comes on as you look at Roy Green. 8 catches this afternoon for that All-Pro.
Looks like he was put together in an airplane factory, doesn't he, the way he flies?
Boy, you talk about an athlete. Started his career as a defensive back. I saw him against Washington with an interception run for touchdown and then a touchdown catch offensively. Simms in the flats. Adams gets out to the 26-yard line. That's where David Galloway takes him down. Still plenty of time left on the clock. 12:49 remaining in the ball game.
You know, I think the Cardinals have done a great job of getting the ball to Green, regardless what the defense is. If it's zone, man for man, they somehow get a matchup where they get the ball to him, and that's the important thing. He's got to be in the game.
Baker goes to the top of the screen. Manuel to the bottom. 2nd down and 10 at the 27. Simms again in the flats to Adams. 1st down Giants. And that's a big play up to the 46-yard line. Tim McDonald makes the stop there.
Yeah, that gets him out of the soup and gets him in good field position.
Gain of 19, but I've got to believe they've got to make this drive pay off.
Yeah, they have to. There's no question about it. They got to score here.
This drive is critical. Down and 10. Simms. Incomplete. He was intended for Manuel, but a fine play made by Cedric Mack, number 47. Knocked down 2 passes last week. That's his 3rd knockdown this afternoon.
Manuel, number 86, going down, breaking to the inside. Mack comes up right about the time the ball gets there and knocks the ball loose. Good jump, good anticipation on the part of Cedric Mack, number 47.
2nd down and 10 at the 46. Adams to the 48-yard line. Cedric Mack makes the tackle. For Adams, that's his 6th catch of the afternoon, so they're using him a lot out of that backfield on safe passes.
There's a shot of Lomax, and it looks like they were working on his left knee just a moment ago.
Well, I'll tell you something, Hank. If Lomax were to go out, that means Stout would be the 2nd quarterback. And you know who would be the 3rd quarterback? Roy Green.
That's right. We better get some knee pads and pray that he doesn't have to go in there for that quarterback spot.
3rd and 8, incomplete, intended for McConkey. Again, it's broken up by Cedric Mack.
The Stout, you know, he's not Joe Palooka. He's played in a lot of games, and I think he's a very fine quarterback.
He's a guy who wears 2 Super Bowl rings, Cliff Stout. Giants will punt this one away. High snap. Cooper handles it and kicks toward the corner. There is a flag down as this one goes to the end zone, so it's a touchback, but we'll wait and see what the flag is. If it stands, that's a 52-yard punt.
And I asked him yesterday if he had any special technique that he used to kick, any thoughts, any superstitions.
And it'll be against the Cardinals.
And he said, no, I don't at all. The only thing I try to remind myself all the time is don't try to kill the ball, meet it, work on the timing, just like a golf swing. Just meet the ball.
Lomax will not come back into the ball game. He has a sprained knee. I'll tell you more about that situation in just a second. Let's get the call first from the referee.
12 men on the field. Defense, 5 yards, still 4th down.
So Dick Jorgensen gets us squared away there. Now the situation with Lomax is he has a sprained knee. He will not return. So that means we will see Cliff Stout. Now Tom Tupa's to back up the Stout, but if anything happens to those two, and Roy Green is the quarterback, that's a long way down the line. You're right. Stout's a good quarterback. And look at this. Sims is back on the field on 4th down. A long 2.
We just talked about how important this drive was. They feel the same way, I'm sure.
Morris and Carson, the setbacks. Play action. Sims has the first down to the 34-yard line. Oh, what a play that is. Mack and Young make the tackle. 12-yard run.
We talked about that play a little earlier. Remember, Tim, I don't know whether he told the back what he was going to do, but the way they chased, that's a great, great call. Terrific call. Somebody, and look at the official, get a shot from Galloway.
Look at his reaction.
Happiness.
Sims had 5 carries last week for only 1 yard. This one was critical. First down at the 34. Pass is knocked down by Bob Clasby.
Left side of the screen here, we'll see Glasby. We'll see the block. There it is. He leaps high and knocks the ball down. A great play by Glasby, number 79.
I'll tell you, Hank, he's 6'5". Got a vertical leap of about 34. And he's got a wingspan that'll take him up to about 12 feet high. Second down and 10, Giants. Right down the middle, Bavaro inside the 10 to the 7. Gain of 27, perfectly thrown.
Hundley, number 51, is involved in the coverage. He got him from the inside, and somebody comes over to the, looks like trying to help, yeah, for the other side. But in spite of that, he catches it. It was definitely man-for-man coverage on the part of Hundley.
2 All-Pros that work there, huh? Bavaro and Sims, strong. First and goal at the 7 for the Giants. Lone setback is Morris, left side, inside to the 5-yard line. Lonnie Young makes the tackle. Hank, you're right. The Giants can almost show you that they feel the urgency.
And, you know, you have to admire Sims. He's, I think, one of the great quarterbacks in the National Football League. But in a pressure situation, he laid it up there beautifully for the tight end Bavaro.
Second and goal at the 5. Morris to the 1-yard line.
Here's another one of those situations, Tim, where the ball crossed the plane, but the knee was down before he got there, it looks like. Here's a pitch to the outside. Let's see where the ball winds up. Watch the knee. The important thing is where the knee hits. Now, there he is. See, he's reaching to try to break the plane with the ball, but he doesn't make it. It wouldn't have made any difference because his knee was down anyhow.
8 minutes, 25 seconds remain in the ball game. Third down and goal from the 1. Riesenberg is eligible. They go straight ahead. Touchdown, New York. Otis Anderson.
Watch the push. Carthen gets a good block in the backfield, but in spite of that, Anderson is able to cross the plane and get the 6 points.
McFadden on for the all-important extra point. And it's good. So with 8 minutes and 15 seconds left in the ball game, the Cardinals still lead the Giants by 7.
And I don't want anyone driving my XT while I'm away. You understand?
The Subaru XT6 has a powerful 6-cylinder engine, computerized full-time 4-wheel drive, and a design which makes it hard to resist.
Somebody drove my car. Who was it?
La 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 bamba da da ba.
Up to $1,000 cash back from Subaru means a great deal on a great car.
The thing on a personal level that probably frustrates all of us, most of us, certainly myself personally, is when you hear companies using up to X% less. And you really need to do your homework before you choose intelligently. We have distance sensitivity, time of day, day of week sensitivity. Most cases, our cost differential will be small enough that the quality will more than differentiate you staying with AT&T.
Pure, genuine, never heat pasteurized. A beer that's made unlike any other, cold filtered to give you the rich, smooth taste of real draft beer. That's the mark of a great beer. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. It's as real as it gets.
Penn State collides with top-ranked Notre Dame. Then the battle for the Big 8, Nebraska, Oklahoma. A blockbuster doubleheader next Saturday on CBS Sports.
A look at Cliff Stout, who will come in at quarterback for the Cardinals. Neil Lomax is out with a sprained knee. Cardinals lead by 7 with 8:15 left in the game. McFadden, high kick, but it's short. And Derek McAdoo takes it at the 15. Out across the 34, and that's where he's down. Return of 18 yards.
Here's Nika Noga right here, number 57. Now, it wasn't for the penetration he gets. And the block by Carthen. Look at this. He gets the penetration. Carthen meets him in the hole and gives him enough running room to just barely cross the plane and make the touchdown. But it hadn't been for the block by Carthen, why it wouldn't have been a touchdown.
First down, Cardinals at the 34. Mitchell, right side, big hole. Out to the 39-yard line. They'll mark it at the 40. Now, Cliff Stout ranks second to Jim Kelly in the USFL. He was in the playoffs of the USFL. He's a time-tested quarterback, a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers, wears 2 Super Bowl rings, although he never played it down. And he did play earlier this year when Lomax went out with his arthritic hip and brought the Cardinals back against Tampa Bay to win that game. Second down and 5. Stout on the bootleg. Gets a block from J.T. Smith, and he carries across midfield into New York territory.
And J.T. Smith did a number on the cornerback, entertained him enough where Stout could get up the field and make the yardage that he made on the last play.
A gain of 12.
Now, sometimes you tell the back, and sometimes you don't. But the best way normally is to just tell the split end that you're going to run the play, so he'll block downfield, and everything looks like a sweep, and it becomes a very believable play.
Well, it's not like you're playing with a rookie at quarterback here. He's a 10-year veteran out of Youngstown State. First down, Stout double pumps on the reverse screen and throws it away. A lot of pressure from Johnny Cooks. Next week, big doubleheader starting at noon Eastern time with top-ranked Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, going against Penn State. Always an interesting ball game. Both teams seem to raise their level of execution to another level when they meet.
You gonna ask me who I like?
Well, I know who you like, but go ahead.
I'm going to weigh on the limb and say Notre Dame.
Not a strong year for Penn State thus far. And the second game, 7th-ranked Nebraska against the Sooners of Oklahoma. And that, as always, a good old-fashioned Donnybrook. Second down and 10 at the 49. Stout drills this one to Green to the 36-yard line.
That's got to make him feel good. Hit the first shot, especially. He took a 3-step drop and got it right on the button. Roy Green to the outside. Perry Williams trying to jam him at the line of scrimmage. Misses the jam again like he's done many times. The ball is right on the money, right between the 8 and the 1, and he picks up the nice gain on the first down on the play.
Gain of 13. Green now has 9 catches, 176 yards against a secondary that has been suspect. First down, Cardinals at the 36. Stump Mitchell. He's got the corner. First down to the 21. Gain of 16, and they're just knocking them off in big chunks.
And Kenny Hill, number 48, was forcing on the outside. Looked like he might have an angle, but he made a move and ran right around the outside of Kenny Hill, number 48.
Hank, this is not like the Cardinal teams we've seen in the past. I know Gene Stalling said, hey, look, we were playing the last game of the year last year to get into the playoffs. We've been close. But they weren't strong in the big games. This team is confident.
Well, that's what he said. He said the other thing was, Timmy said, in the past, if we had to play a great game, they didn't play good, we had a chance. But now if we both play good, we can still win the game.
First down, straight ahead to Farrell, who drags tacklers to the 13-yard line. Ernie Jones will come back into the ball game for Phoenix.
I tell you, those wide bodies do a good job of coming off the ball and moving the pile, which is so important.
Yes, they do. J.T. Smith comes to the bottom of the screen. Green goes to the top. Mitchell and Farrell are the setbacks on 2nd and 7. Stout drills this one. And Awald has the completion. Just inside the 12.
Awald comes right off the line of scrimmage on a drag pattern, kind of bumps into the linebacker Banks, and the ball, look, he turns his head and the ball is right there. Good timing. Anticipation was excellent on the part of Stout, the quarterback.
We told you at the top of the telecast, this is perhaps the best tight end receiving tandem in the NFL. Awald was a Sporting News Rookie of the Year last year with 42 catches as we look at Lomax, who's out with a sprained knee. 3rd and 1. Mitchell. He stopped. It'll be close. This depends on the mark.
Yeah, you never know once they untangle everybody where he's going to mark the ball. This is going to be very important.
It's just that far. You saw the signal from the white hat, the referee, Dick Jorgensen. Maybe about 8 inches. So it'll bring up 4th down, and Del Greco will come on with 4:30 remaining in the ball game. Al Del Greco. He's 9 of 14 this year in field goals.
On the field goal attempt.
This one will be from 23 yards. Correction, 28 yards. And it's good. And that would have been good from 40. What do the Giants have to do now, Hank?
Well, number one, I think they must get a good field position on the return. They got to bring the ball back in good position to reduce the size of the field for them to get a touchdown, and that's going to be imperative on this particular exchange.
Of course, you've seen a lot of points scored late this year in the NFL. Case in point, Phoenix last week against the 49ers. 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes and 19 seconds of the game.
Well, I think a lot of times, you know, the mentality of a team, sometimes you think, well, we're going to be in prevent defense, going to let them throw in front of us and all those kind of things. And the next thing you know, why, you prevent yourself from winning the game instead of losing.
Cliff Stout moved him right down the field in a relief role for the injured Lomax. The Stallings family, his wife Ruth Ann, son Johnny, daughter. 4 minutes and 3 seconds remain in this ball game. Phoenix leads 24-14. New York on top in the NFC East. Phoenix 1 game off the pace. Definitely a playoff type atmosphere. Del Greco's kick will be taken by Guggemos. And he's got room.
Yeah.
Across the 40. Want to welcome those of you expecting to see 60 Minutes. We're at Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. I'm Tim Brant along with Hank Stram. 3 minutes and 51 seconds remain in the ball game. Phoenix leads New York by 10. The Giants with a 1-game lead in the NFC East. But New York with a 39-yard return gets good field position.
That's exactly what they had to have. Now they have to take advantage of the good field position that they just earned a right to get on that last kickoff return. The middle is wide open.
Sims throws across the middle. Bavaro can't hold on. Broken up by Tim McDonald. In case you're just joining us, let's give you a game summary. Cardinals 14 first quarter points. Lomax scored, then threw a touchdown pass. Lomax now out of the game. On 2nd and 10, Sims double pumps, throws underneath to the 44-yard line. Lionel Manuel.
And that's only the second pass he's caught here this afternoon, which is unusual that they weren't able to get the ball to him more often during this game.
Adams to the 42-yard line, and they've got to start thinking sideline, Hank. They've got to stop that clock by running out of bounds.
Well, he should have run out of bounds in the last play. Ard got a pretty good block out in front, and he tried to make yardage on the inside. He should have been much better off just break it outside and stop the clock.
Clock continues to roll. Under 3 minutes. Second down and 8. Manuel at the 34-yard line. Stopped by Tim McDonald.
This is a good move here. They're going without a huddle.
Cardinals taking their time getting back on defense. First down, straight ahead give. Adams pushes inside the 30 to the 28. I don't understand that call. Bob Clasby makes the stop.
New York's got 2 timeouts. Phoenix got 3.
You see the clock as we approach the 2-minute warning. Second and 6. Sims has room to the 23-yard line. Ken Harvey makes the tackle. Harvey, the number 1 pick out of California. And that'll take us to 2 minutes. 1:59 remaining in the ball game. The lead still 10.
Working to be the best they can be. Teammates, sponsored by the U.S. Army. Jerry Gray and Leroy Urban have a knack for making defensive cornerback an offensive position. By using their skills to attack the opposition, Gray and Urban have made the big play commonplace for the Rams defense. Each week, these teammates accept the challenge of the NFL's best. Whether it's covering wide receivers, cracking running backs, or blocking kicks, Leroy Urban and Jerry Gray work together to make the Rams the best they can be.
Most of my friends don't know what they're going to do after graduation, but I've already locked in guaranteed skill training in the Army. Qualify now and you can reserve even the Army's most sought-after technical training, up to 12 months in advance, through the Army's delayed entry program. Sure, being a soldier won't be easy, but then nothing worth having ever is.
College football doesn't get any better than this. The tradition-rich power of Penn State. Can Paterno rally his Nittany Lions to upset the top-ranked team in the nation? The undefeated Irish of Notre Dame. Then, the battle for the Big 8. Nebraska collides with Oklahoma. From pregame through postgame, you'll know because they know. A blockbuster doubleheader next Saturday on CBS Sports.
14 first-half points, first-quarter points, actually, by Phoenix. And Carthen scored from 8 yards out for the Giants. In the fourth quarter, Lomax to Green. And Otis Anderson scored for the Giants. 1:59 remaining in the ball game. You see the timeouts remaining. It's 3rd down and 1 for New York. Out of the shotgun. Sims going to the corner. Overthrown, intended for Stephen Baker. Let's take you back to New York and Brent Musburger. Brent?
Tim, for San Francisco, it came down to this 4th down. Then they brought Jerry Rice on the end around, and the rookie defensive end, Scott Davis from Illinois, brings him down. 9-3, Niners lose again at home. Denver wins. They'll be tied for first, back to Tim.
I wonder how much the Heat took out of the 49ers, not only last week, but maybe carrying over to this week. McFadden on to try a 40-yarder for the Giants, and they need this. They need 10 points. It's got the distance, and it's good. So with 1:50 left in the ball game, it's now 24-17 Cardinals.
half-century and more, business travelers have depended on United Airlines to get them to their most important meetings. United, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve. Come fly the friendly skies.
Day after day, more people depend on Subaru wagons than any imported wagon in America. And with good reason. They're reliable and durable. In fact, if Subaru didn't make your life easier...
Honey, is dinner ready?
Who would?
Up to $1,000 cash back from Subaru means a great deal on a great car.
24-17 with 1:50 left in the ball game.
All right, everybody involved.
The timeout situation, Hank.
Well, the timeouts, New York's got 2, and Phoenix has 3, and they got to kick an onside kick. Somehow, some way to get back in the contest.
McFadden. It's loose and goes out of bounds. Boy, went right by the Cardinals. They touched it and went out of bounds. I don't know why there's a decision on the call.
The ball was last touched by the receivers. It's first down at the out-of-bounds spot.
Exactly.
Watch how high it bounces here after the kick. McFadden kicking the onside kick. Watch it bounce, the second bounce, and look how high it goes, way over the top and right out of bounds.
Now, if McConkey could gotten up and made that catch, look out.
He needed a trampoline to get that one.
1:50 remains. Again, Stout with the bootleg to the 43-yard line. They'll mark it at the 44. Kerry Kennard touched him down. Big play by Cliff Stout.
And Smith did a nice job of going downfield, blocked the corner, stayed with him, and then he saw the safety coming in, and he blocked him too.
Well, I'm sure you could read the lips of Parcells. We'll paraphrase it and just say he was wondering about the containment backside. Stout, 2 carries, 20 yards. And this place is rocking. Fans can just feel it. Second down and 3.